Okay, so after a side trip with a quarter box, we're back on our routine and we're going to be looking for these today in that. And hopefully, we're going to get something that's going to fill some holes in these catalog books. Let's do it. Okay, here we are, and we are going to be looking for some of those. This is Silver Chupacabra, and we're ready to go on another hunt. Our last hunt, which was customer wrap rolls, actually turned out to be pretty decent. I can't remember total wise. Was it like 13 Wheaties? But pretty good for a customer wrap roll. It was not a collection dump, unfortunately, but and also unfortunately, it did not result in anything older than what was it, 41? Did I get a 41S? I think it was something like that. And that's the one good thing. We did get a lot of S Mint Mark coins, but still just 40s and 50s. You know what? Can't fill this earlier album out, the 1909 to 1940 book, unless we get something between those years. And here they are. Nothing has changed because nothing's filling it up. And that's what we are looking to do. So we're hoping that we're going to get some finds on this hunt that are going to fill that. We came very close last time out to getting this one and this one filled. Close. What I mean by close is lottery close. You know, when you get those lottery scratch-off things and you get a number that's like one off of the number you're looking for, but you still don't get it. It's kind of like that. I had coins that are right around the 50S and right around the 42S, but not exactly on it. And that's what we're looking for. Not much more to go on this one. And you know what? Upgrades are very much welcome to come in and say hi. Love to get some more shinies in here. Be looking for varieties as well. Happen to get a stray IHC, that would be very awesome. Haven't seen one in a long time. Well, let's take a look at what's on top of this. Well, when we open up the lid, of course. Then we'll look at the tops. Okay, so here are the top enders for this penny box. And just going through it real quick. I did not see any wheat ears, so we're not gonna see any Wheaties on any of these enders, unfortunately. And by the way, I did look at some of the dates. I see some 60s in here and 70s, so we do have copper on, especially the brown ones. But also a lot of new ones showing their faces as well. Just, it's the way it is. And you know my record with having weedy enders anyway. Usually the hunts turn out to be pretty bleh. So we don't need that stuff anyway. Of course, you know what we're looking for here. There's an ender there that is in the 70s. Oof, man, she's beat up a bit. Or he's beat up a bit. It's just a penny. Oh, look, we'll be able to look for, looks like wide AM here. That's always cool. It's all that stuff inside that makes it taste good. Just like an Oreo cookie. Okay, first roll, and we're already on the board. It was looking down the roll here, and I'm going, oh man, that's got possibilities. That's got possibilities. And I got to the front end, and there was one there, and there it is. The only thing that's missing It was, of course, an S mint mark, which would have been nice. But no complaints here. 1950. Very cool. Pretty good shape. And on we go. On to roll 4. And the first thing I noticed about this roll was when it was up in the roll itself. This pretty much roll is pretty distinctive. Oh, look at that. Coins usually don't have sides. Definitely Canadian. Throughout the 80s and early 90s, they had 12-sided coins, which it's interesting because they had that same configuration with nickels, but earlier. I found a 1947 nickel. One of the very few, by the way, from the 40s that I find, because everything else is from the 80s. But anyway, I digress. I don't know how many times they made that with the nickels, but very cool. Good shape. And the date is 1987. Very cool. Now, that would be nice in itself, of course, but I did spread out the roll, of course, and bada boom, bada bang. On the reverse, we got our second Wheatie find. Very cool start to the penny hunt here. Not a whole lot of detail lost here. That's pretty strong detail. Usually that means 50s or, so 40s in very good shape. I'm not changing my position on it looking at that. Kind of looks like it could be in the 30s, but I usually don't find those in very good or as good a condition as we're seeing here. Mint mark. There's the 556. 56 Denver. So 2 in the 50s so far. Let's keep it going. And we got plenty to look at here to start out with. Okay, so I'm breaking in. This is not even a find. But I wanted to show this because I get these from time to time with these striations. Different patterns. I mean, it doesn't have to be like this, but it could be up and down and stuff like that. I was just wondering does anybody else get coins from time to time like this? I don't think it's a mint error, but what would have to happen to a coin for that to happen? Simple question. Throw something out in the comments if you know what does that. I'd appreciate the knowledge. Okay, we are on the 5th roll. And we've got our third Wheatie find. It's been a good hunt so far. At least they're coming in steady. The rolls, spread out rolls will look good too. And here we go. Looks like we got one that might have been a find from the dirt. I used to do a lot of metal detecting, so I've seen this plenty of times. It's hard to call what age this may or may not have, by the way. I'm still thinking 50s. But I'll take a 50S. It's a D, by the way, so that's not going to be a 50S. 55 is 55, yeah. Or 53, excuse me. 1953 Denver minted. Rim is kind of torn up a little bit as well. But cool. 3 finds. And we still have the whole roll to actually go through in the first place. So, cool. Got one roll left in this first row of 10. So, in other words, 9 or number 9 roll. Number 9. Little Beatles trivia. Go listen to the White Album. It's a horrendous track, by the way. Anyway, we've got our 4th Wheatie find. This has been a pretty decent box so far. Cannot complain. Oh, and we might have something with a little age to it. I mean, it's got a lot of gunk on there. Shiny gunk, but I definitely see some wear on there. Let's go ahead So I see some wear on here too. 30s maybe? Oh, there's a mint mark. Oh my God, it's not even going to be in the 30s. It's still going to be in the 50s. Unbelievable. 51. You just can't seem to cross that corner, but 1951 Denver. Nope, 50 was the oldest one so far, but cool find. Still looking to get into some older stuff, but can't control that. Just got to get lucky with it. Still have the whole roll to check out. Okay, on to that 10th roll. It's not a weedy find, but we do have a Canadian again, and as you can see, it's got many sides to it. It actually says it's probably in the 90s, but the dodecahedron, or however you want to pronounce that, if you want to pronounce it the correct way, don't listen to me. The 12-sidedness of this went from the 80s all the way into the early 90s. I'm thinking early 90s on this. Just because of the change of portrait. And there it is, 1993. And I'm not even actually sure if I've noticed that before, but that is a definite change in portraiture. Say, younger than that one there. I've never noticed that before. Cool little pick there. Anyway, we got the rest of the roll to look at. Okay, on roll 11, just starting that second row of 10. Here comes the 5th weedy find. This one is on its obverse. 45. Looking pretty good there, by the way. That's clear date. Other than that one there. Of course, that's all clear, but then his face, the whole portrait is a little bit pitted. I don't know what you want to call that, but yeah, cool. We finally got one from the 40s, 1945D. I don't know why I'm doing that, because it's a little force of habit there. Yeah, there's decent wear on the high points there, but 45D, awesome. 5th find, wow. Keep going this way, man. We'll easily get double digits. Okay, on to roll 16. And we're going to have our 6th weedy find. It was going down the line here with my trusty magnifying glass. Lets me see the dates up a little closer. It's another reverse kicking out there. But this one, the one big difference I think will be on this one, it's got detail on it, but there's definitely a lot of wear too. Now, we had one earlier like this. It turned out to be 1950. But, whoa, that's a lot of wear right there, though. There's a big difference. Although the lettering, Gotta Be Trust and Liberty look pretty good. The portraits definitely got a lot of wear on it. Still gonna be 50s. Let's find out. There was a mint mark. I like mint marks, but usually there's a... Oh, look at that. It's gonna be in the 20s. Man, there's a couple of really cool finds that could be here. I don't care what it really is. It's going to be a cool find, but 24 and 22D, that'd be pretty freaking awesome. 29D, nice. Very, very cool. Have not had an old one in a penny box for a while now, and this one is the top notcher here. Nice. Let's just check that back one more time. Like I say, the detail's there. But the portrait was really kind of a dead giveaway. That thing was... It's got detail, but it's seen a few penny gun machines. Back when it was a penny. Okay, on to roll 17 of this penny box. I believe it would be our 7th weedy find. We actually have a couple of finds here. I want to roll through that. But 1957 Phillies sitting out there on its obverse. Decent shape there. It's the same thing with the back. Overall, pretty good. And here we go again. This is the 3rd Canadian that came out of this, and it's one of the 12-sided ones again. So this is 3 already. Younger portrait, so this will be the 80s. Let's just make a guess. I'm going to go with 83. How about that? I'm a wizard. That's all I can say. I am a wizard. You better not screw with me on that. Total luck, by the way. I just went for a date. I knew it was in the 80s somewhere, just with the portrait. I've learned how to figure that one out at least. Anyway, whole roll to check out. I wonder what kind of wizard things I'll do next. Okay, we were on that 3rd row of 10, roll 21. And we've got our 8th weedy find of this box. This has been a very, very strong box quantity-wise, and we did have that quality 29S, and there's another wheat back right there. Looks like it's got pretty good detail to it. You can see a little bit of wear on the upper part, or the higher parts of the relief on the wheat ears, however you want to call that. Chunk out of the rim too. Interesting. Well, I don't know, at 50s, 40s. I'm thinking more about 40s now because not a ton of detail, hard edge detail that I would expect from the 50s. So I'm thinking 40s. We will find out. We got a San Francisco Mint mark. Oh man, could it be a 50S? Whoa, wait a minute. That kind of came out of left field. Was not even expecting that. That's a 1. Wow. This could be lots of different things, couldn't it? First of all, it's in the teens. That's a pretty darn good looking penny in the teens. There are lots of semi-keys there. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. All S's. Could be one of those. It'd be awesome sauce. Oh, wow, it's a 17. It's not a semi-key, but that's still awesome. Probably one of the more common San Franciscos other than 1919. But dude, like, once again, we got one in the teens, and it's got a mint mark. You cannot ask for anything more than that. You can, but you'd be a little selfish. But then again, I like being so. This is a great condition. Cool find. Okay, roll 27, just a little past halfway of this penny box hunt. Very good one. Got our 9th weedy on board here. Got the reverse facing us. It's alright. A little wear on the high points there, but I'm thinking 40s or 50s already. And I'm still thinking about 40s or 50s, more 50s than 40s. But then again, I was wrong on the longest one, so I don't know. Could be 1909 SCDV for all I know. That'd be cool. It will be 40s. It's either going to be a 44 or 41. Go ahead, place your bets. Place your bets. Oh my gosh. It's just almost like clockwork, folks. That was a total guess. I did not look at that beforehand. It's either going to be a 44 or 41. It's just as simple as that. Because they made a gazillion of them during those years. And I found about half of the gazillion. And you're saying, what's half of a gazillion? I think it's a bajillion. Oh, very fun. That was fun. Anyway, let's go. We'll take a look at the rest of the roll. Why not? Yeah, roll 29 brings us our 10th find. Right here. 1956 on its obverse. Good shape. Minted in Philly. The left-hand side there has got some gouging on there, but you don't always get the best of the best. So 56, cool. Like I said, 10th fine. Continuing on. Okay, on to roll 16, or 16. We don't even have 16 left. This is roll 36. We got 14 rolls left, and we've got our 11th wheatback find near the back end of this roll. Pretty decent shape there. And per usual, it's either going to be 40s or 50s. Nice if it was 40s. And it will be 40s. I didn't get the 41 earlier. Could it be a 41? And it could be another 44 for all I know. 42 this time. Okay, cool. 42 Philadelphia. A little bit of schmooze there. Pretty darn good shape. Very cool. So got some interesting ones to look at here in this roll. We are on roll 39 of this penny box hunt. Getting down to the last rolls here. And this was down the train here. Almost an ender. 1949. Very dark brown. Let's say this thing is actually in pretty decent detailed shape. Beauty. Very, very pretty. All right, that's fine number 12. Cool. Still got plenty of rolls to go. You're on to roll 42. And near the end of this laid out roll, got another Wheatie, 13. Luck 13. I had 13 on the last penny hunt too. Pretty cool. That's a good number of Wheaties, and we've found some quality too, so no problems with any of that here. That's looking pretty good. Most likely 40s, 50s. I'm going to go with 50s on this one, but I was wrong the last one, too. There's that big D. That should be a 5. Yep. 52. Wow, okay. Not had a 52D come in yet. Here is one of them. Interesting little flattening of the rim here right off the date. Anyway. Of course, we still have the rest of the roll to check out. 6 rolls left. Roll 44. We got fine number 14, Wheatie wise. This one kind of snuck up on me. I did not see it, so obviously it was on its obverse the whole time, but it still snuck up on me. It was a nice 1945 Denver. Really good shape, too. Hoping for an upgrade or two. I'm finding some nice detailed coins. Not a whole lot of stuff going in on them, but, you know, yeah, this one's pretty clean. You could see this easily usurping the one that's in the primary, at least. Very cool. for find number 14. And still have a little bit to look at. 2 rolls left. We are on roll 48, and our 15th weedy find happens, I would say, middle-wise in this roll. Retro, 1946. This continues to be a very nice scent hunt. No complaints here. Philadelphia, by the way, if I didn't say that. Little gunk on the obverse there. Back's in decent shape. A little bit of wear, but anyway. 1946. Onward. Okay, we are on the 49th roll. Got 1 left. And we're going to have 2 more finds. It's going to come up to 17. Like I said, man, cannot have a problem with this on. This one has went very well. Sorry, I kind of moved that before that, but there is a 1 ounce obverse here, 1957. A little hair with it too. Probably one of my cats. There's that one, and then down the line. Don't know what this is yet, but we can see the wheat ear kicking out there. It's got a lot of stuff on it, per se, gunk, whatever you want to call it. But I would also say some of that is wear. If you can see the little lines here, that's usually, that's decent detail, So these ones, they get taken down first because they're higher relief. But anyway, hard to tell really from there whether this has got 30s on it or it's still 40s or 50s. Still, I think I'm having a hard time with that. That usually means with that mint mark there, it's a little bit closer to the 9. That means 50s, and that is it. 56. We had the Denver version of 56, I think at least once before there. But that is 17 finds. And still a little bit to look at here. Yeah, Batman is in his cave. That means we are done with our penny cent hunt. And what a good one it really is. I'm pretty happy about this one. Not only quantity, but we did get some quality as well. Let's go ahead and check them out. Did get a 1942 Philadelphia. We got a 44 with a side hair, Philadelphia-wise. 45 got a couple. I didn't notice it at the time. I guess we had a couple of 45Ds. That one on top is a nice detailed one. And that might be an upgrader. 46 Philly. 49 Philly. 50 Philly. By the way, I do like the dark brown on that one. 51D. We got one of those. 52D. 53D. For some reason, I've got those a little bit off. But we got 56 Philly and a couple of 56Ds, and then a 57 Philly and 57D. Very cool. Canadian-wise, they are all the 12-sided kind. Two with the young. I don't know how. Middle young portraits, and then that 90s had the older portrait there, but that's how you can tell it's from the 90s. Got an 83, it's either an 83 or an 88. I believe it's 3, by the way. 87 and 93. And we did get a bunch of shinies. We'll be checking our collection books with that. And here are the 2 big kahunas for this day. Beautiful, too, by the way. One from the teens, 1917 S. Yes, I meant Mark, folks. That's always awesome. Excuse me. And the detail is really nice on it. Usually when I get the teens in a circulated box, you got to kind of work to read it. And then are very cool. It's got wear on it, but the portrait's got wear on it, I should say. I don't think the reverse had it. as much. Let's check that out real quick. Yeah, I mean, it's got wear, but it's got decent detail too. Anyway, it's from the 20s. It's 1929, and not only that, it's got a D for Denver on it. That is very cool. Mint mark again. That is it. We will check these for varieties and update our collection books next. Okay, so we are into the collection books. I did check for varieties. Nothing new there. So, on to the collection books. And unfortunately, our first stop is with the 17S that I had already had. So that actually went to the secondary book, which is cool. I did replace it though. This is the one found in this box hunt. It is an updater. I just thought it was a little bit sharper. It was pretty close actually. As good as this 17S was, the one I had in there was pretty darn good too. Fortunately enough, the 29D that we found in this box hunt does go in there nicely. As you can see, a nice, somewhat low mintage for that one. Not a semi-key date, by the way. Not even close. But still cool. And the only other thing to check in on is an updater. We mentioned it earlier, that 45S was very nice detail, man. I'm not sure if I called it, oh man, it's got to be a 1950 when we first saw it, but the detail on that is very good for a brownie. That's in pretty darn good condition. So very cool on the update. And that's it, folks. Second penny box hunt, cent box hunt, however you want to put that, in a row that has been very successful. What did we have? 17 finds. Wow. That was better than the 13 finds we had in the last one. So, no complaints here. We had quality as well. The one in the teens and the one in the 20s both had mint marks. Onward we go. Back up onto Nichols. See what's up with them in the new box. And I'm getting on out of here. Everybody have a great weekend, depending where you're at. What do we got? The conference semifinals with the NFL this weekend. So, have fun with that as well. If you are watching that, we're out of here. Cheers.